Thanks for joining me for Pilates, and today's session we're going to be doing a little mix and mash up. So we're going to use our weights, if you've got those, or tins of beans or bottles of water, whatever you're using, a stretchy band, and we're also going to use the ball. And if you need a foam block for your head, or if you want to make it a bit more challenging, you can kneel on it or anything like that, you can. We're going to do standing work with the weights, we're going to do some kneeling work with the band, and then when we go down onto the floor we'll do some more stuff with the ball and then add some weights into that as well. So, hope you're all well, you've not got any injuries, you're feeling fit and well. So if you want to go ahead and pick your weights up, not too heavy, and let's set ourselves up. So feet hip distance apart, pelvis in neutral, you want your belly button and pubic bone in line, so you can do some little tilts. Okay, once you've got the pelvis in neutral, shoulders back and down, back of the head in line with the spine. And then do a sway forwards and backwards, or rock. Okay, spread your toes out, and then plant the feet firmly into the floor, so you feel the toes pushing down and the heel. Have a look at your feet. So mine aren't quite level. You might think you're standing level. If you have a look down, just double check. Okay, I feel a bit wonky now. Let's roll the shoulders. Okay, so whilst we're rolling the shoulders, let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's get this show on the road. Keep that going, I don't want that light flashing. Sorry, I didn't turn the disco light off. That's better. Okay, so inhale through your nose, wide and full deep into the back and sides of the rib cage, and exhale through the mouth. And then relax your shoulders down. So taking a breath in again. As you exhale, just a little contraction of your abdominals. And on your next exhale, just float your right arm forwards in line with the shoulder. Inhale down. And then the left. So keep going with that. So we've set up our alignment. We've done our breathing. So we're going to keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And our center, our core stability muscles. So that's going to include the pelvic floor muscles. As you raise the arm, engage your pelvic floor. As your arm comes down, release the pelvic floor. As though stopping yourself, going to the loo, and then releasing. If you can, you could just release them halfway with the pelvic floor. Let's go a bit higher with the arm now. So you're lifting your pelvic floor up to your eyeballs, and then you're just letting it go down halfway. Let's go up to the top of the arm and down by the side. So we've slowly increased our range of movement. So no chance of pulling a muscle or straining anything. And it's going with the breath. Exhale up, inhale down. One more on each side. And your shoulders are still drawing down. Your ribs are drawing down. And relax. Okay, lateral flexion. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. So we slide to the side and back to the center. Now, if you've got any back issues, you'll need to make this much smaller. Okay, as we go down to the right, float your right arm out to the side, bring it back into your leg and up. Okay, don't increase the resistance or the load if you've got a back issue. You might just want to stick with that mobility without adding the extra load. Okay, so we're still in neutral with the pelvis, tailbones down to the pulling out to the floor. Okay, if you want to, as you take this arm down, the other one can go up and reach with both arms. So it goes up and over and out to the side. Now you can really, that's quite tough that bit. We'll just do one more on each side. And roll your shoulders. Good. Roll, roll, roll. And relax the arms down by the side. Excellent. Okay. Do a bicep curl. Hold your arms as if you've got boxing gloves on. You've got your guards sort of up, but the weights are at your shoulders. Okay, knuckles are facing up, thumbs are facing towards your shoulders. Take a breath in. As you exhale, rotate to the right and inhale to center. Exhale to the left, inhale center. Keeping the pelvis in neutral. Elbows tucked in, your forearms almost vertical. So I'm trying to keep the pelvis facing forwards. It might move a tiny little bit, but you want to make sure you don't feel anything in your knees. Okay, as I twist to the right, I'm going to punch across with the left arm, and then come back to where we started. And then twist to the left, punch across with the right arm. Push across, gently, maybe not a punch. Shouldn't really talk about punching in Pilates, it's meant to be nice. Gentle, relaxing, serene, clearing the mind and body. Exhale out, inhale. Just do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, and relax. With the shoulders a roll. Okay, let's go to a hip hinge and a little squat. So we go inhale, hip hinge, and bend your knees. And exhale to lift. Inhale, squat down, exhale, lift. So you got a neutral spine. See, I'm keeping the same curves in my back as I have as when I'm stood up. Although I am quite lordotic, my lower back just have a bit of an extra curve in it. The bum sticks out, so I've got to really tuck under. Okay, the arms have had a rest, so let's take your right arm forwards and bring it back in. Then the left arm. So check that your squat's doing the same thing. So we're just doing single arm floats with that narrow squat. One more. And relax. Well done. Let's take the feet wide. Pelvis neutral. Okay, so we're going to do plie squat, and then we're going to add side arm raises. So have a look at your hips, knees and ankles, they're turned out. Chest up, weights on the thighs. Inhale down, squat. Exhale, lift. Another one. Okay, arms are going to go out to the side. Out we go, and in. Out we go, and in. Tuck the tailbone down towards the floor. Lengthen the neck so the shoulders are always drawing down. Good. Check that everything's symmetrical. Lift it up. Squeeze your inner thighs as well. You're deflating a beach ball between your inner thighs. Squeeze the air out of it. And lift up through your pelvic floor. On the way up more. Lift. Woo. Squeeze. shoulders are down. Staying centered, aligned. The bum does have to go back a bit on the squat. We'll do a couple more of these. Okay, keeping the feet wide, take the weights together and bring them behind your head. Tricep extension, so the elbows are forwards, then straighten the elbows and bend. Now, what will happen here, your ribs will be trying to pop up like this, so you just pull your ribs down and in. Think about flattening into your sternum. We'll probably try and do this, so you want it to pull in and down. Okay, ready? Add the squat again. Let's go for 10. 9. 8. 7. Can you feel the floor under the big toe, little toe and the heel? If not, make sure you can. How is that? Is that 8? Ribs pulled down again. We'll do one more for good luck. And bring the arms over and wiggle your feet in. Roll the shoulders, have a little breather. Okay. Feet back to hip distance. We need to just have a little bit of opposite arm and leg movement. So raise your right heel, knee goes forwards and place it down. Lift the left heel. If you want to just feel your pelvis, check that it stays neutral, stable, centered, aligned. Okay, now start to push more weight into one leg and lift the knee up and lower. Transfer the weight across, lift up and down. Exhale. Inhale. Now you do have to shift weight side to side, otherwise you'll fall over. Now take the opposite arm up in front and lower. Opposite arm in front and lower. Now just push the crown of your head up to the ceiling, or the top of your head. Lengthen the back of your neck. Think about the cervical spine that goes up into the back of your head. Lifting and lengthening. As if you're trying to create space between the vertebrae. Decompress the discs. Let them open up. Okay, we're going to go up and out to the side. So lift up, out, in and down. Up, out, whoops, in. A little bit of a wobble there, but I saved it. Just try not to fall over, that's quite a good thing to aim for. Not going flat on your face. Keep that going. See my neck staying lengthened, I'm not shrugging. My knees in line with the hip, the hands in line with the shoulder. I'm using my center, my core. Stay, keep the spine stable. And the pelvis. Okay, just 2 more. One more. And relax. Okay, so now split squats. You know I love a split squat. So take a little step back with your right foot. We'll do some bicep curls with this, please. Because we've done triceps, haven't we? Done lots of shoulders. So you've got your right foot there back. Now just check that you're neutral, you're aligned, you're centered. Okay, you ready? Back to us. So bend the knees and bicep curl. Inhale down. Exhale lift from the side. Exhale. Push your bum back. 3, 4. Just pull your shoulder blades gently back and down. 5. Always thinking about the postural chain and the back. 6. Because those are the muscles that do get neglected if you don't do any exercise. 7. But we do, we don't neglect those muscles. 8. We work them all the time. 9, because we're always thinking about our posture. 1 more. 10. Okay. Other side. We'll do bicep curls again. Just to make sure everything's completely balanced out. Okay, check your alignment. Neutral. Centered. Ready? Let's go. Inhale down. Tuck your elbows in as you bicep curl. Use your front leg to lift. Inhale down. Exhale lift. So your elbows are against the ribs. 3. 4. Come up. 5. Push with the front leg. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. That was easy, wasn't it? Was it easy? Roll the shoulders. Okay. So let's do biceps, triceps, shoulders. Done some lateral flexion, rotation. Done the legs, we've done balancing. So we're going to put the weights down. We're just going to break it up with 5 walk forwards and press up. Okay, from the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, hip hinge. Inhale, squat. Check that your knees and hips are in line. Take 4 strides forwards into a high plank. Body over the arms. Knees come down. Push your toes into the floor. Inhale to do your push-up. Exhale to lift. Raise your knees. Inhale, walk back into the squat position. And exhale to lift. Inhale. Exhale, hip hinge. Inhale to squat, let your heels lift. Exhale, take 4 strides forwards and get set up into your press up position. Chest in line with the hands. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Raise your knees. Inhale, walk it back into squat. And exhale to come back up to standing. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, hip hinge. If you're okay with your back, you can flex. Or do the squat. Walk forwards as you exhale 4 times. And if you want to do full press up, stay there. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, walk it back into squat. Or if you're okay with your back, you can go into that flexed position. And exhale, come up. If you're rolling up, slight bend in your knees. Inhale. Exhale, choose what you want to do. I'm going to go back to the squat. Better for your back if you've got a back issue. Not that I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a full press up. You can put your knees down. Inhale forwards. Exhale, lift. I am going to walk it back into a flex position through my back. But then I'm going to bend the knees, I'm going to lengthen my spine and come up using my glutes and hamstrings. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge or flex. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, walk. 2, 3, 4. Body weight over the hands. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, walk. Back in. And exhale to come up to the top. There we go. Let's come down to kneeling and just go into shell stretch. Okay, so if you're on a chair, you can just stay on your chair. Do what you can. So we're going to do the dumb waiter. So you can be kneeling up like this, or you can sit down on your heels. Kneeling up's a little bit harder. Well, you can challenge your glutes more if you're kneeling up. So take the band across the palms. So if you're kneeling up, quite often this happens. So I want you to squeeze your bum, tuck it under, tuck it under, tuck it under. Feel your bum working. Okay. And a little lift every time we stretch the band. We're going to lift up through pelvic floor. It's the dumb waiter, elbows tucked in. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, center. So my elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Next, lengthened. Bit of core engagement there. So think about that movement from your shoulder and the rotator cuff muscles working. In the upper back there, behind your shoulders. Lift the pelvic floor muscles when you stretch the band and release them halfway. Exhale as you stretch. Also, just check that your ribs don't flare as you stretch the band. Pull the ribs down, tuck the tailbone under, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. So getting into the back, really good for posture, great exercise. For those of you who work at desks or sit in cars all day or anything with your arms in front, which is what most of us do, especially on phones all the time, computers. You can do this without the band. Okay, let's do one more, because I lost count. And relax, give your shoulders a roll. Okay, so you can, we're going to put the band under the knees, or if you're sat on a chair, you could thread it under your bum. That should work. I've not tried it, but I'm guessing it'll work. Or put it under the chair. And we're going to do some bicep curls with shoulder press. If your knees are hurting at all, you can get a cushion, or you could kneel on a block, get yourself up there, and put the band underneath your knees. Okay, again, you've got to really work your glutes and your core, your center. It's your center. Is it in Pilates? It's your center? But it's your core, really, isn't it? Okay, tailbone tucked under. Start with a bicep curl. We go. Biceps. Now, you can really get some resistance on this now. Probably more than what your weights gave you before when we did the split squat. Because you can gather the band up as much as you want. Okay, lift up through the pelvic floor muscles, release. Get those guns working. The shoulders are working as a muscle to stabilize the upper arm. Your humerus. And we flex from the elbow. Works your forearms as well. Hopefully you're still working your glutes. Now, you might want to release a little bit of resistance. Let's see how we go. We're going to hold the bicep curl at the top and do a single arm shoulder press. Bring it back and then release your arms down. Bicep curl, shoulder press other arm. Bring it back and down. Here we go. Lift, push. Now as you raise your arm up, keep the position of your pelvis and the spine the same. You might feel that you need to just pull your sternum in a little bit more as you push up. You've got to avoid letting your ribs lift like that. Who wants to work harder? You? Of course you do. Can you try both arms? Both arms push. Bring them in. And as your arms are coming up, we're still drawing the shoulder girdle down. Have you kept the same resistance on as you had when you're doing your biceps, or have you had to let a little bit go? That's fine, as long as it's still challenging but not struggle. It's not making you move out of alignment, centered, neutral. You're staying stable. Now the challenge, if we can, and remember you can do single arms if you want to. On the next one, we're going to stay at the top and we're going to do 10 shoulder presses in a row. Are you ready? Here we go. Tuck your tailbone under, exhale, 10, 9, 8, bring your elbows in, over your shoulders, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pull the ribs down and in, don't let them flare, 2, one more, and relax. Sit back, let your bum relax. You know what I mean? And go into shell stretch. Oh, mate, well done. Spread your fingers out, stretch your arms, push your bum towards your heels. Okay, so we're going to keep going to the back of the arm, into the upper back muscles, trapezius, your rhomboids, and your triceps as well on the back of the arm. So we're still using the band. We're on all fours now. So, and I'll give you an alternative as well if you're not on the floor, if you're still on your chair. I'm going to put the band across the mat. Just have a look first. I'm going to find neutral, and I'm going to take the working arm backwards. So I'm squeezing into the upper back, and I'm using the tricep. And then we're going to add the opposite leg going back. Okay, if you can't put weight on your hands, if you're seated or if you want to stand up, you can hold one hand here and push, just push back with your other arm. So you could go from there and you could push it back. Almost like you're imagining you're on the floor. That's it, or you can put both arms out in front and pull back with one arm. Okay, so that's your alternative if you're standing or seated. You can even do it against a wall. Lots of options. Okay, so hands on the floor, knees under the hips. Let's find that neutral spine, so you can do a bit of flexion and extension. Also, just check you're on the center line of your mat. Your nose, your sternum, your pubic bone are all in line. That'll really help get you set up. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Okay, are we ready? Inhale, prepare. Exhale, take your right arm back. And inhale down. Exhale back. Okay, so you can stay with that or add the opposite leg. Now it'll slide and glide like an aeroplane taking off and landing. 10, 9. So just look in front of your mat. 8. So it slides. 7, 6, 5, 4. Just try and correct your alignment if you start to dip down. 3. I think I started to extend a little bit there. 2 and 1. Well done. Take the weight out of your wrists, sit back, shell stretch. Can you get your head on the floor? You can take your knees wider if you want to on shell stretch. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling stronger already? Now the wrists, everybody okay? So let's do the other side now. We'll do 2 without the leg and then 10 with the leg. Hands under the shoulders. So again, just check your neutral lines. You're centered, neutral, aligned, and stable. You can balance a tray of drinks on your back. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, take the arm back. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to pull. Straight elbow. Get those triceps working. Okay, opposite leg. We're doing 10. Now see how the knee's gliding as it comes in, slides in. 2, 3. Oh, I can feel my obliques kicking in here. 4. Obviously glutes are working to extend your hip. 5. Posterior muscles are working to give this shoulder extension. What was that? 5. We're up to 6. Are you counting? 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. And sit back. Roll the shoulders. Okay, how are you doing? Okay, so another one we can do, so we can go from the back of the body to the front, is take the band round our back. So we've already done some push-ups, but this is just another idea for you. If you don't like doing press-ups, I should have said this before, giving you this as an alternative, but I didn't, because we weren't using the band, were we? Until now. Okay. Again, tuck the tailbone under. You're going to chest press. You push straight forwards and back. So it is working your triceps again, but this time you're working your chest and the front of your shoulders. Now, if you're okay with your knees, squeeze your bum and you can do a little lean back. And you'll feel that on the front of your thighs. Now work your glutes as much as you can, because they're keeping your pelvis stable, otherwise you might end up like this. Or you might end up extending backwards. So then you need to use your core. Think about rib and hip connection, from your sternum to your pubic bone. So all those muscles are working together to keep your spine and pelvis neutral. The movement's coming from your knees and obviously your shoulders and elbows. Okay, last one. And relax. Take the band across your thighs. Tuck your tailbone under. And we're going to press. And now we're going to the back again. 10, pulse. 9, 8, 7. Tuck your bum under. 6. Lengthen the neck. 5, 4, 3. Tiny moves. Don't push back too far. 2 and 1. And that's plenty with the band. So your arms are probably getting quite tired now. Let's take the ball. And have a lie down. Okay. So bring your feet to hip distance apart. Hold the ball up into the sky. Now just check that you're on your center line of your mat, the back of your head, your spine, your sacrum, and your feet are evenly each side. Hold the ball up in the air and relax your shoulders. Okay, have you got your neutral, belly button, pubic bone, aces bones aligned? Inhale, prepare. Exhale, connect through your center and take your right leg away. Inhale, back in. Left leg away. Inhale, back in. Exhale, inhale. So you're keeping centered, stable, neutral, aligned. You've got your precision, your principles. You're concentrating, your precision, your flow, your coordination. Okay, take the ball overhead at the same time. And back. Give it a little squeeze as you bring it back over. Over we go. And back. Okay, those of you who want to work harder, bring your legs up. Push your back down into the floor. Pull your rib cage down and in. You can have your feet together and they brush past each other as you come in. Chin slightly tucked in as well. How are we getting on? So you should be feeling this in your abdominals. If you feel like your back's arching, you can't hold it, then put your feet back on the floor. Okay, one more each side. And give the knees a hook. Place the ball between the ankles and extend the legs up above your pelvis. Now, the higher up your legs are, the easier it's going to be when we do the 100. The further forwards they are, the more challenging. Okay. If you can't lift your head off the floor, grab a block, pop it behind your head or a cushion. Nod the chin, curl up, raise your arms 5 inches off the floor. We're going to take 5 sniffs in and 5 blows out. Lengthen those legs. Are we ready? Off we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10. If you struggle, bend your knees and bring them in slightly. Out, 2, 3, 4, 20. If you want to work harder, lower them down. 30, now tuck your chin in. 40, have a look at your abs. 50, try and pull them in. Curl up, tuck the chin in. You want to get a nice soft line in the back of your neck. What are we on? We've got 70. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Have a rest. Slide the legs forward slowly. Whew. Raise one leg up. Let's do a little hamstring stretch because I'm going to do some bridges next. We're going to work on that booty. It's just a little pre-stretch. So just hopefully you won't get cramped. I want you to move anything away from behind your head, unless it's just a towel folded up really small. Don't want your head being shoved forwards on bridges. Okay. So let's bring our feet just a tiny bit closer towards your bottom, feet flat on the floor, and place the ball between the knees. And just think about your alignment and you're centered. Just check everything's in neutral. Okay, inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, lift. Peeling the spine off the mat. Inhale at the top. And exhale to roll down. Those of you who have got back issues, if you've got any bone problems, osteoporosis, just do a pelvic tilt. Don't go up onto the smaller bones of your back. Inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, lift. So peel. Now pull your ribs in, push your bum up. Inhale. And exhale to roll down. Let's Go again. Inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, lift. Inhale, squeeze the ball as you squeeze your bum. And exhale, release and roll all the way down. Pelvic tilt. Lift. Squeeze the ball. Engage your pelvic floor muscles. And then relax as you come down. Okay, if you want to stay with that, just keep repeating that over and over. We're going to place the ball underneath your right foot. Okay, chin slightly tucked in. Okay, feel your pelvis. Because we've got the foot a bit higher, we just need to check that the pelvis isn't out of alignment. Okay, obviously your leg's going to be higher, but you can still keep the pelvis neutral. Okay, are you ready? Inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, push through the leg that's on the floor. Inhale at the top. Now we're going to roll the ball forwards and back. Forwards and back. Actually, pull the ribs in a bit, don't I? 2. Squeeze your bum. 3. Whoops. 4. You've got to try and roll it in line with your hip. 5. And then come down slowly and back to neutral. Now just check everything's back in line. We're going to do it again on the same side. Inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, lift. Inhale at the top. Now if you want to work harder, arms up. Exhale, roll the ball away. Bring it back in. Now really push with that other leg. Feel those glutes and hamstrings working your back. 3. Should be feeling it more this time. 4. And 5. Oh, roll down slowly. Swap sides. How was that? Nice? Feels good on the butt. Okay, let's line it up. Feet hip distance apart. Chin slightly tucked in. You're still on the center line. Neutral. Okay, so inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, lift. Inhale at the top. Check alignment and exhale away. Inhale back in. Just also check you're not putting too much pressure on your neck. It's on your shoulder blades. Now really squeeze your bum. Hamstrings. Back muscles are working. Is that 3? 2. Pull your ribs in. 1. And then roll it down. Let's go again. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, lift. Inhale at the top, raise your arms if you want to. Exhale, roll it forwards and back. We want a good strong bum. Bum. But it's feel as hard as a bowling ball. What are we on? Is that 3? 2 more. 1 more. And then roll down, exhale. Well done. Pick the ball up between your feet, give your knees a hug, and place the ball between the knees, and bring the feet down. Together on the floor, arms out to the side for some hip rock. Check your feet are on the center line and your head. Okay, inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll to the side. Inhale, back to center. Think about the spine. The pelvis moves, the spine moves, your ribs start to lift. As you come back, think about ribs coming back first, then spine, then pelvis. Level 2, straighten the top leg. Use the bottom leg to push against the ball and bring it back to center. Exhale away. Check your shoulders don't move. Those of you who want to work harder, bring your legs up into tabletop. Push you back down. Exhale away. Now I like to turn my head the opposite way to the legs. It's up to you whether you want to turn your head the opposite way or not. So you can remember as you're coming back up, push the bottom leg against the ball to work your inner thighs. You can add the single leg kick again from here. Makes it look pretty, doesn't it? You've got complete control. That rotation, feel the obliques working, the QLs. If you're really strong, you can do both legs. You can bring them up. You can kick both out. Just check that opposite shoulder isn't lifting up. We've not got much time, so we need to just do one more on each side. Okay, relax, well done. Whew. Take your right leg up. Let's do a hamstring stretch again. Now we have got our band, haven't we? So if you want to, use your band, fold it in half, and place it round that foot. Slide your other leg forwards. Now check your alignment, your hip, your knee, your ankle. Go straight up above the hip, and then your other leg is in line with its hip as well. Pelvis is in neutral. If you can, still got a neutral spine. Okay, you can feel that in the back of your thigh. Exhale, give it a little bit more of a stretch. And if it'll go a bit further. So just avoiding my shoulders shrugging or tension in the neck. Okay, from there I'm going to bend and straighten 5 times. So I'm going to bring it in and straighten it. And I might find that each time I straighten it, look at that, it's going a bit further. 2 more. You can do this holding onto the back of the leg without the band. Okay, and switch sides. I'm just going to take my other leg up, take that one out. I'm going to have a quick check that my alignment's correct, my hip, knee, ankle, hip, knee, ankle. Okay, my head's on the center line of the mat. Okay, so just wait for that mild tension to relax and then give it a little pull. Stretch it out. Again. So just whenever you feel it's relaxing, then you give it a little bit more of a pull. I'm going to bend and stretch 5 times. Bend and stretch. Keep your chin in line with your sternum and then just slightly tuck it in. 3, 4, 5. One day I want to be able to do the splits, but I doubt it. I've been teaching for 20 years and I can only get to there. And relax. Full body stretch. Okay, let's get piriformis in glutes because we've done quite a lot of squats and then with bridges. So cross your right heel over onto your left knee, lift the leg up off the floor. You can either grab underneath and pull that leg, or you can hold onto your foot, side of your knee and pull, and the underneath leg will just assist. Still got to do back extensions yet, we're not done. We might run out of music first. Okay, let's switch sides. Lift up, give it a pull. Increase it some more. Glutes piriformis. Oh, I can feel that, can you? Ooh. Well done. And full body stretch. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to roll all the way over. Now, I did want to do some stuff on our side, because you should always do something on your side, but we've not got time. You can do that for homework. So we're going to roll all the way over. We did hip rock though, so we did get obliques. Hands at either side of the head. Okay, check you're on the centre line, your nose, your sternum, your pubic bone. Slide your feet to the corners of the mat and draw your shoulders down the back. So you can just rock your hips down. Okay, so we're going to start with a little nudge, imaginary marble. Inhale, nudge. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale all the way down. Back to the beginning. Inhale, nudge. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale all the way down. Just check that you've, on your foot, you've just got your navicular bone, the bone in the front of your foot flat on the floor. Lift, nudge, lift. Okay. Can we do this with the arms by the side? Nudge, turn the palms in. Lift, inhale, and exhale all the way down. So I'm looking towards the floor, so the back of the neck stays lengthened. Nudge, lift, lengthen. Or you can do it with your hands at the side. Nudge, raise. You can reach and bring it down as you exhale. Need a bit more room. Inhale, nudge. Exhale, lift. Inhale, optional reach. And exhale, slide it back in. Let's do two more. And your last one. Well done. Push yourself into shell stretch. Have a little wiggle, get your bum back towards your heels. You can take your knees wider if you want to, and just push with your hands. Walking the hands to the knees and come up to kneeling. So let's stretch out our hip flexors. Take your right leg forwards. How are you feeling? Pelvic tilt, so without lunging forwards, staying up tall, pelvic tilt so you feel a stretch on your hip flexor. Okay, take the arm up, place the palm between the shoulder blades, do a little tricep stretch. Reach over the top and side bend. And feel that amazing stretch down the side there, from the back of your arm, your lats, your obliques, your QLs, right down to your hip flexor. You can even start to rotate. See how that feels? And center, switch. Pelvic tilt. Reach up, put the palm between the shoulder blades, give it a push in front. Reach over the top, kick tilt, and then side bend. You don't have to, if you'd rather not do that, you can just do reaching over. But I'm just getting the triceps at the same time, because we've done a lot with those. And then that little bit of rotation. I love it, I love it, I love it. Back to center. Okay, we're going to finish sitting down. Soles of the feet together. Use your elbows to push your knees towards the floor. Feel that stretch on the inner thighs. Again, if you can use a block if you've got one. Get a bit higher. Feels much better when I sit on a block. Don't know about you. My hips and my back just feel more free. Okay, cross the legs or sit with them out in front. You can take the hands behind, lean onto them and stretch the chest. So we are nearly there. Hopefully you're feeling good. You feel like you've worked hard. Take the arms in front, push away. So I think we've covered every muscle group. Like I said, I wanted to do some stuff on the side as well, but we ran out of time. But we could have done kneeling with the band. We could have put the ball between our feet and done double leg lifts. Could have done lots more things. Just means you have to come back for more. Reach over with the right arm. Reach over the left arm. And perfectly in time with the trip to go of music by Pure Energy Go. Raise the arms up. Hands come down through the middle. Do you feel like you've had a trip to goer? With all the wintry trees. Give yourself a great big clap. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again next time.